Hola estudiantes, this video focuses on the verb ser, which means to be in Spanish. Please make sure that you watch the first video, which it focuses on subject pronouns, so you can best understand this verb on ser. So as I said, the verb ser means to be. There are actually two verbs in Spanish that mean to be, ser and then also estar, but we're focusing on ser today. Ser is used to talk about things like permanent characteristics. I am short, you are funny, things that really don't change. Height won't change, someone's personality doesn't change. And then also things like origin, yo soy de Mexico, or materials, what something is made of. El teléfono es de metal, or things like time, which actually is variable, but we'll talk about that as well. So think back about your subject pronouns and the subject pronouns that you've learned. You learned yo, tú, él, ella, usted, nosotros y nosotras, vosotros, vosotras, and then ellos, ellas, ustedes. I want you to categorize them like this. Notice that the third person singular and the third person plural subject pronouns actually fit into a single category when we're conjugating the verbs. But when you conjugate verbs in this class, this is the structure I want you to imagine. So this is how the verb ser conjugates according to the subject that you're talking about. Soy, eres, es, somos, sois, son. Please repeat after me this time. Soy, eres, es, somos, sois, son. So those are your 6 forms of the verb ser in the present tense. The most important thing that you need to do when you're conjugating a verb, whether it be ser or a different verb later on that we get to, is figure out cuál es el sujeto de la oración. What is the subject of this verb? What's the subject of the sentence? And then you're going to determine, oh, it might be something very easy and recognizable like tú, and you know what tú means. So then you're going to choose the form of ser that conjugates for the verb tú. Tú eres estudiante. You are a student. In some cases, we'll have a trickier subject like María y yo. What subject pronoun would you use to replace María y yo, María and I? You would choose we in English, so, nosotros or nosotras in Spanish, depending on what the gender of this person yo is, right? And then you choose the form of ser, which would go with nosotros or nosotras in this case. María y yo somos mujeres. The word mujeres, since you're talking about two people, needs to be plural to reflect the plurality of the gender, the subject. And then finally, we have Alejandro y Raúl. If you had to choose a subject pronoun to replace Alejandro and Raúl, you would choose ellos because you're talking about two guys, two men. And then you would choose son because that's the form of ser that goes with ellos. What are we talking about? Alejandro y Raúl son altos. They're tall. Notice that the word alto, which is an adjective, needs to agree in gender and in number with the people you're describing. So altos reflects that gender and number. But then what if they're profesores? Here, the word profesor, we would need to make plural to reflect the plurality of the subject. Please go over the verb ser and email me with any questions that you might have.